Hi guys, I had something really cool happen yesterday in one of my readings and I want to share it with you. It just goes to show that our past loved ones are with us all of the time, and also they're like prepping for our reading, sometimes even before we book our reading, but they know we're going to do it. But in this case, a woman had booked a reading with me and her loved one came to me before the reading started, and I didn't recognize it at the time, but during the reading I almost screamed because I started to recognize that her husband had shared something with me earlier in the day, and I want to share that with you. So I was driving back from my visiting my grandmother, and I was at a traffic light and I was stopped, and I heard in my head, like, look to your right. And I looked over and there was no one there in the lane next to me, and I was like, why was I just told to look right? And in my head I heard, well, you just never know, like, who's going to be next to you. And I was like, what, a celebrity, a soulmate? Like, who's going to be over there? There's no one there. And then I was like, that was so odd. Like, what? That was so odd. Thought to myself, well, I guess I'll look around when I'm stopped at a traffic light. So I go home, I start to do this reading for this woman, and her husband keeps telling me that they met very serendipitously, like that it was like this amazing coincidence and it was magical, and people don't usually meet that way. And I was trying to ask him a little bit further, like, how, where were you actually? And she was like, oh my gosh, yes, like we met at a traffic light. And I was like, to be kidding me? And she's like, no, it was the craziest thing, like we met at a traffic light. And I told her what had happened just 45 minutes before, and she was laughing. And it just proves that our loved ones are getting us all ready, medium and you, ready for the reading and with us, and just, we're not separate from them at all. They're living life right with us. It's just that they're not in physical form, and we can listen to those voices in our head and include them in our lives all of the time.